Hello and welcome to a time special presentation where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. This week's episode is dedicated to the women of Manipur and to the women who, over thousands of years, have been brutally silenced. Thiruvalluvar speaks of fearlessness and courage in the face of anguish.
As the two Manipur women were paraded naked, brutally assaulted and then raped, it was clear that several men from the Meitei community were taking revenge on the cookies. As it has been for the last thousands of years, women's bodies were the chosen battlegrounds for men who tried to settle their scores with men of the other caste, community, ethnicity, religion, language, or nationality. I am tired of checking for the list of accused men. A1, A2, A3, A4, and many more will appear in the charge sheets. But I want to meet every man who was there in that crowd, one by one, and ask him a question. When the parade happened, was there any inner voice from the bottom of your heart? Something that told you to speak up? Was there a voice for righteousness or for benevolence from within you? Did you suppress that voice because you did not want to be the odd one? Or did you put it down because your animal instincts took over your sense of justice? The two women on that black day of May might have asked a question, is anyone there? Unfortunately, that question could have got submerged in the voices of the frenzied men. Throughout epics, literature and history, women, the victims, have tried to ask some questions. When Draupadi was dragged to the court of Duryodhana, she asked the learned men adorning the seats of the court the same question, why is no one opposing? When Kannagi of Silappadigaram walked on the streets of Madurai, burning with anger at the injustice committed by the king, she asked three questions. Is there any woman here? Is there any learned man here? Is there God? The questions do hang out in those places as nobody answered these women. My dear sisters of Manipur, sorry, we all left you. We left you to yourselves amidst hundreds of men who did not dare to listen to their inner voice. If I could, I would one day meet the two women. I have no questions to ask them. Enough questions would have been asked already. The deprived have a language of their own. I can understand that language. I will probably hold their hands. I will touch the dark patches below their eyes. I will not ask them about the trauma that they are currently undergoing, because trauma never allows the traumatized to be alone. It always sleeps beside the victim. It wakes up before them every morning and waits for them to get up. It hides in the streets and appears before them when they are not expecting it. It crawls out of the holes it has created in the victims' hearts. It snarls before the victims, disguised as authorities and men in the courts. It sneers at them, disguised as empathetic media. It follows them like their own shadow, even if they are falling apart. If I might, I will tell them, trauma will go away. One day, you will go through the same street where you were paraded. And when you walk there, your trauma will be scared and hide behind a faceless crowd that would cheer you up. One day, in a secret chamber in a courtroom, you may face the accused before he is given the due punishment. If you hold your head high and look through him with cold eyes as if he doesn't exist, your trauma will fear you, vanish, and leave you alone. If you live long and have a grandson, and teach him to raise his voice against injustice to women, even if she belonged to the other community, your trauma will disappear. I have nothing else to tell them, so I will then walk away from them, not looking back. Valluvar talks about fearlessness. He declares that nothing but courage is the companion. In my view, this couplet was written for the sufferers and victims. Anjaamai, Allaal, Thunaivendaa, Enjaamai, Enni, Idaththaal, Seyin. Fearlessness is your sole companion once you have decided the path for moving ahead.